When you open up SketchUp for the first time, you will be presented with a dialog box asking you which template you want to choose. In that option, or in that list, is a woodworking template with either inches or millimeters set as your default measuring tools. I have mine set to woodworking inches, and I have it set to be my default template. Now, once you get up and going, you probably won't have the same toolbar set up as I do, and that's perfectly okay. These are very easily customizable. I have it to the settings in which I like myself. So let me run through real quick and show you how you can change things. First off, each toolbar tool set has a little bar, as you can see right here and right here, that you can click and drag and modify the position of each individual toolbar. Well, you can also specify which area of the screen you want. So I can go from the top to the right, or to the bottom, or back over here to the left. And you can do this with all of your toolbars. This right here is the large tool set toolbar, and pretty much that's all you need. I haven't found any use for adding anything else to it, but you can also add if you want by using this toolbars option up here under the view button. And as you can see, large tool set, that's the one I have on the left hand side, so if I uncheck it, it is gone. And you can go through here and add into any individual toolbars you want, and then just put them wherever you want as well. So customize it to the way you like, but typically speaking, the large tool set is pretty much all you need. It is kind of handy to have these standard views as well. You will also notice that there are multiple ways to accomplish the same task. For instance, to draw a line, you can either go over here to the line button and click it. You can press L on your keyboard for line, or you can go up here to draw and press line. And as you can see, there's the shortcut right there, the keyboard shortcut. I always recommend using a keyboard shortcut first. If you're not familiar with using keyboard shortcuts, I suggest taking the time to incorporate them into your workflow or into your learning process here, because it is a lot faster once you get used to it. Because as you can see from the left hand side, I can scroll through a lot of tools without even moving my mouse. If not, you'll go back and forth and back and forth, and believe it or not, that little movement adds a lot of time for larger projects. So always use keyboard shortcuts when possible. Most all 3D modeling programs are based on an X, Y, Z coordinate system. How you define your object in 2 dimensions is X, Y, and then Z is your 3rd dimension, or vice versa, whichever direction you're actually looking. And what SketchUp did here is, instead of confusing you with numbers or letters, they just changed it to colors, which is absolutely awesome. I like doing this with my layouts as well. Your blue axis is from the origin, which is where all your axes combine, from your origin vertically straight up. Your green axis is from the origin straight back, and your red axis by default is from the origin and left to right. Now, as you can see, these don't go in one specific direction like I just said. Like green doesn't go specifically back, it also goes forward as well. It's just an axis, and they represent this by a solid line going back, a solid line going right, and a solid line going up. Dotted line down, dotted line left, and dotted line forward. Everything is based off of these axes. So no matter what tool you're using, you can also snap to those axes. So if you're drawing a line out here in space, and this is a line, but you don't know if it's actually horizontal or which direction it's going, you can use the snapping system, which basically says when it shows it up as red, then that is parallel to the red axis, parallel to the green axis, and parallel to the blue axis. So keep that in mind. Everything is based off of these 3 axes, and it comes in handy big time when you're trying to navigate larger objects.